Everything isn't what it seems to be. I think it's time for a lot of us to open our eyes and get our stuff in order to preserve what little life we have left to enjoy, to appreciate, so that we can fully get out of our calling and purpose what we actually should be getting through the eyes of the Lord Himself. Tap in with me. Along the way, as I got older, I fell in love. I thought I fell in love. I ran with people that I thought that I should be rolling with because I didn't fit in. And then I found out later on, meeting other people in the midst of hanging with the wrong crowd, that my personality type and who I was as a person didn't connect with the folks that I grew up around. I think a lot of us are in similar situations, even as adults. This whole premise that these people that we continuously keep in our life are for us, knowing somewhere in the pit of our soul that they aren't, is getting out of hand, and it's toxic and it's poisonous, and it's a very dangerous, slippery slope that we continue to allow ourselves to dangle in front of our future, or possible future, if heaven forbid something happened right then and there. Let me ask y'all a question before we really go further into this. If you knew what you knew about them on the very first day you met them, without even shaking their hand and just off of a simple hello, would you still be friends with these people? Would you still buy lunch and go out to movies? And would you have built this portfolio of memories with these people if you had already known exactly who they were, what they represented? If the answer is no, then what is the excuse for holding on to them now? You know, the older I get and the more solitude that I am surrounded by, it's forced me to learn about my triggers, about the things that I can tolerate and can't tolerate. It's forced me to be in a place where I can decide what is adventurous and what is fun and what is going overboard and what is uplifting and what is being dismissive. I've dealt with so many different personalities that I find myself in a more relaxed space with who I am as a person, because at some odd points in our life we try to connect with people out of human nature, wanting to have certain things available to us on an emotional level, on a physical level. We all yearn for it. We all desire it, whether or not you want to own up to it or not. You want it just as much as the next person wants it. And if you lose yourself along the journey of trying to figure out what God wants for you and what you want for you, is a tug of war, because you're trying to live life the way you want to live your life, but also God wants you to live the life that He knows is best for you. You can't do both; it don't work. But since we have these opposing forces going against each other, we find ourselves being introduced to corrections and guidelines and downfalls and snares and lessons and chastisement through individuals, through research, through people, through things, through voices, through music, through traps, through opportunities, all due to the tug of war of trying to get a person to understand that your life is valuable and it's important and it has significance, and you are supposed to be operating from the highest points of your life spiritually that you can possibly do. And when you're not doing that, you are subservient to the dangers that come with dealing with Satan and the enemy, and the things that he utilizes in the world to snare and snatch you away from God's grace and his blessings. Why do you think that you've been brokenhearted so much? Why do you think that you've had all of them STDs? Yeah, you're not going to admit to it, but I know you done caught a couple of them. How many of you have gotten betrayed or backstabbed by somebody that you thought was your friend, or you thought you were going to get married to this person and you found them sleeping in the bed with somebody else? How many of you have been on the receiving or giving end of being the dickhead? I know a lot of you have. I know you've sabotaged people's lives. I know you've been sabotaged. I know that you're currently sticking it out with people that should not be there at all, because they give you a feeling of fulfillment, even though that fulfillment is temporary, because humans cannot give a person the the fullness of their soul that God can. No one can do it, ever do it. And then we forever are on a spindle, spinning and spinning, chasing after people that offer little to nothing other than their sarcasm, their egos, their pride, their lust for the world and the things that are in it. They don't have principles or morals or have any standards about them. They leave you the second something bigger comes. They don't really want you at all. When stuff gets bad and it's time for them to stick it out with you and ride with you and do the things that a friend or a husband or a lover by definition is supposed to do, they're nowhere to be found. They always offer excuses. They always offer you ad hominems and back talk and anger and attitude and ghost you and all these different things. Where do you think all of that stuff comes from? These folks, man, that you fall in love with and you think are the best people in the world. They're the most supportive. They got your best interest at heart. They are there for you. They're not really there for you. If you really did a chronological time frame of all of the things that you've done for that person or people versus what they've done for you when you needed them, if you did that, you would shit yourself probably. And you're probably wondering right now, am I doing that? You probably are. See, folks that are under a certain type of control, that don't realize they're under a certain type of control, they are being used without knowing they're being used to kill you, to siphon your life energy out of you, your joy out of you, your happiness out of you, derail you from taking that job, making that money, putting in them hours, investing in your business, investing in your art, investing in your family, investing in your peace of mind, loving yourself, taking care of your body, taking care of your mental stability. They are set there purposely to cause you to focus on them by being attractive, by being charismatic, by being funny, by meeting certain prerequisites that the flesh lust after. They use Satan uses that in the person by giving them compliments, by making the world bow at their feet and give them all of these ideas about themselves that is from a secular place. Now they have developed all of these Machiavellian proverbs and all of these ways of navigating the world with people and careers and all of that stuff. They just feel like they have all the keys because of what they were physically blessed with. Satan turns those God given blessings into instruments of destruction and chaos. And people don't realize that they're being used as instruments of chaos through their aesthetics and through certain developments in their character and their personality. So you fall snare into it. You get thrown off of your course, and now you're all over the place, not understanding how you got there. Well, you got there because Satan is good at what he does. We've all been there and we've all failed for it. It be family, it be friends, it be folks that you are just adoring the most, that are the ones that will take you through the most bullshit. If you think I'm lying, turn to your neighbor, tap them on the shoulder, and ask them, have they ever been in that position before? Have you ever subscribed to somebody's channel and they didn't show you back the same love that you showed them? That they fake put interest in your life? Did they fake make appearances so that it would look like they really cared, but in reality they're just showing face so they could get more eyes and attention on them? Because in reality they're jealous of you and they want what you have and they want to take it from you by using you to get to where they want to get to. Do you have people around you that talk about themselves more than you get to talk? Do you invest more in them than they do in you? Do they love bomb? Do they fake interest? Do they do? You know exactly what I'm talking about. We're not going to sit here and play it. These folks aren't your friends. And I need y'all to wake up and understand that it's time for you to start making better choices and decisions and what you want around you. What are you allowing to be in your circle? Because the longer they stay, the more and more and more is only going to cause you more grief later on. It's already causing you grief. But allowing these type of people in your life, it does one or two things. It's either going to teach you the lesson the easy way or the hard way. Would you rather lose everything that you have holding on to that, or releasing it and taking that loss and rebuilding from where you stopped before anything else could be taken from you or removed from you? Because quite frankly, why would you be blessed with anything else holding on to something that is going to damage or destroy any blessings that come to you in the future? I damn sure wouldn't want to keep somebody around me that is constantly sowing seeds of discord in my life. I bring something good into my presence, and I got this baggage over here envious and jealous and secretly trying to destroy the stuff that I got going on over here because I'm happy and you don't want that for me low key. You're just pretending. I'm good. We gotta start using our brains a little more. And I know you grew some attachment to these people. Let me tell you about that attachment shit. It's not what it seems. Well, we're gonna break that down too. But blessings to you, man. I hope you come out of whatever it is that you dealing with or you got yourself involved in wholeheartedly.